Good morning. Hi, all. My name is ChaLee Ridge. I am coming to you and recording this video from Ridge Lending Group. If you are watching this, this means that you have some interest in working with our company, and I wanted to take a minute and define or describe for everybody why that's such a good idea. So I'm new to the recording of content and education and things, but I am very quickly learning, and I expect that I will be proficient in no time. I'm in the process right now of creating a video library actually for our existing clients to help educate the investors. So hopefully beyond this, if you like what you hear, you'll have some opportunity to see some more of these and really get a feel for who we are and what we do. So let me just kind of give you a brief overview, what I'll say is my soundbite or my 30,000 foot view about Ridge Lending Group, myself and the company. Quick background. I won't bore you guys with my resume, but briefly, I would share that Ridge Lending Group is a second generation company that focuses almost exclusively in the non-owner occupied sector of lending versus the owner occupied, where you would reside. We are fully functional. We do everything: VA, FHA, owner occupied, second home, etc. But our strongest skill sets have really been reserved for and even carved for the investor and their lending needs. We're licensed nationwide, so we have a nice broad footprint. I've personally been working with investors for over 20 years now, but probably what sets us apart, or I think me in particular, is that I am a fellow real estate investor. I've held 42 properties at any one time across the United States. So my hope is that that unique perspective kind of adds a little bit of credibility to who we are and what we do. But beyond any of that, I would want to share with you all that our primary focus, or my primary focus, has been that education piece from a lender's perspective to the individual investor. I think that it's obvious, I don't know that there's anybody that's going to see this that would disagree, that the learning curve in real estate investing is extremely intensive. And I'm always quoted as saying, you start to layer in the financing on top of all of that, that it exponentially increases that learning curve. And for so many people that I talk to on a daily basis, I find that it is the lending or the financing of all of this that is the most overwhelming, maybe even a little bit intimidating. But clearly it is the use of other people's money, as they say, right? The leverage that is used for real estate that gives us the greatest rate of return, the ROI. So I think that it's to everybody's benefit. I think it's a crucial component to have some baseline information, some definitions, what's going on in that black box of underwriting guidelines, how does it apply to me and my qualifications, and then certainly my real estate goals. And then finally, taking all of that and educating or teaching the individual how to optimize those qualifications. Because as investors, we don't start and stop with one transaction, right? It's buying, selling, refinancing, 1031 exchange. There is a lot of moving parts there. It's fluid. So clearly, as that evolves and we amass properties or we evolve as investors, our qualifications are going to change too. They're not static. So understanding, again, from that underwriting and lender's perspective, how to optimize your debt to income ratio, your DTI, or your assets, or your credit score. All of those primary requirements to secure the best rates and terms are going to be very valuable for the individual investor. So if there's a value add, I would say, or a claim to fame rather, it's education. Ridge Lending is sort of renowned or known for that as a particular or primary service. I hope that all of you watching this will take advantage of that at some point. I look forward to it. I might close with just a few following thoughts. Ridge Lending is not a one-size-fits-all lender. And I realize that we won't be everything to everybody, but at the same time, it's not going to be just this size box that if you don't fit into, we're not going to be able to secure financing for you. So in general terms, I would share that we have 4 basic prongs of financing available for real estate investors. The first being Fannie Freddie, right? We call them the golden tickets because this is the highest leverage at the lowest interest rate you'll find literally on the planet. There are 10 of these golden tickets per qualified individual. Generally speaking, we'll have a husband and wife, for example, come in that haven't really started investing yet. Our very strong recommendation in that scenario would be to separate the two, right? Qualify Mr. Smith and Mrs. Smith separately. So now instead of 10 together, we have 20 golden tickets, right? That would be another optimization trick that we would teach somebody that's really green. Beyond Fannie Freddie, we would move into what is called non-QM. QM stands for qualified mortgage. Qualified mortgage means, well, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac currently are defined as qualified mortgages. So everything outside of that underwriting box is now non-QM. Non-QM is actually a very diverse product line itself, and it's not just for investors. Owner-occupied, second home, individual that can't show bank statements, they'll be able to show can't show tax returns, they'll be able to show bank statements within this product. There's asset depletion, there's debt service ratio. So non-QM is a big, wide product line for us. More often than not, the investor that has exhausted their 10 golden tickets will just organically or automatically move into the non-QM, because for that borrower, all things being equal, underwriting is relatively the same leverage, basically the same. Primary difference between conventional and non-QM for that individual is going to be rate. You can expect it to be about a point to a point and a half higher on the non-QM side. So there's two, conventional and non-QM. Third would be short-term fix and flip, bridge loans for those individuals that want a quicker return. And then lastly, we have commercial products. So obviously those are going to apply to commercial properties, which are defined as 5 units and above, but also there are commercial products right now for the individual that might want to consider cross-collateralization. And what that means is that they'll take multiple residential properties, single family up to 4 unit, and place them into one blanket commercial loan. There might be some advantages in doing that. That is a true non-recourse loan, which means that neither the loan itself or title are held in the individual name. It is an entity that will secure that particular loan. So those are the 4 basic prongs, and I will finish with kind of a little bragging rights, I guess. So Ridge Lending is the preferred lender now for over 19 dozen different turnkeys around the country. I only share that with you all just to kind of illustrate the point that we are very good in our space. We have earned a good reputation, I believe, that I think kind of commands some respect. Anyway, I'll let you be the judge. I look forward to speaking to each and every one of you at some point. Please feel free to reach out. You can reach us at ridgelendinggroup.com, www. Our toll-free 855-747-4343. That's 855-74-RIDGE is an easy way to remember. And if you want to email us, info@ridgelendinggroup.com can get you there. I look forward to speaking with you. Thanks for your time.